All right, everybody. So we got a new segment that we want to try out right now. It is Question of the Day. So one of the things that we want to do is we want to have a question of the day. So we had some people write in some questions. So I'm going to read the question. We're going to do this every week. I'm going to read the question, and then Jeannie and myself, what we're going to do is we're going to answer the question. Or if any one of you guys want to come on and answer the question for us, we will put you on and answer that question. So the first question is, this is related to family offices. So the family office that's going on right now, family office conference, is the Wilson Family Conference, which is December 5th, 6th, and 7th. So if you want to attend, you still have opportunity to purchase those tickets. They're at a discounted rate for RE Mentor students. It's going to be in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and that's next week. So if you wanted to attend, just let us know, and we'll get you the link so you can purchase your discounted ticket. But we had a couple of people who were attending, and they had some questions. So the first question that someone wrote is, Jermaine and Jeannie will be attending the Wilson Family Conference December 5th through the 7th. I just wanted to know from your experience, should I spend more time on the outside networking or in the inside watching the presentations?
Well, I would do both. Marlon Bedoya is going to be your guide, and he's been a member of Family Office for many, many years. And he went through their whole capital raising part of it. I would ask him that question when you get there, because he's an expert. I
don't know if Marlon's on, so can I pull him up and have him speak?
Yep.
All right, Marlon, let's see if we can get you on, my friend.
There he is.
Marlon.
Hey, Marlon.
Can you see me?
We can.
Excellent. Well, hey, great to see the both of you. Always do an awesome job every single week.
Thank you. So we got a couple of questions in regards to family office, because I know that you have been part of family offices. You've attended the Wilson Conference in the past. So the first question that we got today from a student was in regards to, should I spend my time on the outside networking, or should I be in the inside watching the speakers?
Yeah, that's a great question. A couple of things to do is there's an itinerary of all the speakers that are going to be speaking that day. Some of the speakers are going to be speaking about some very interesting information, and what you're going to notice is a lot of the family offices sometimes will actually gravitate and go inside the rooms when they do want to listen to that speaker. So if you notice that everybody's clearing the hallways and everybody's going inside to listen, I'd recommend going inside and listening to the presentation. There's a couple of benefits to that. One of them is that you're going to be able to learn about what they're speaking about, what their opinions are. They're also going to be discussing what family offices are interested in multifamily and what other investments they're interested in. Another benefit to listening to some of the presentations is that once you go outside and you do start networking with the family offices, you're going to have conversational topics to talk about. You can actually speak about what the presentation was like, what they liked, what they didn't like. The way that I would approach it is that if you see everybody congregating in the hallway, or you have a lot of people outside, go ahead and go outside and network with them. But you're going to notice that a lot of family office attendees will tend to go inside and listen to the events for the majority of the day. So you can fluctuate back and forth and play it based on where the majority of the people are going.
Can I ask you a couple of more questions, if you don't mind?
Absolutely.
In regards to this topic?
Yeah.
So Jason says, what should be my primary objectives or goals for attending this Wilson Family Conference?
That's a great question. The thing that I would recommend is, when you go up to the family office, go in there, introduce yourself, talk to them. And I would go in finding out a lot about them. You know, a family office, a lot of times, sometimes they are very focused, and sometimes they have multiple different. Let me speak a little bit about first about what a family office is, because some people on the call may not be aware of what they do. A lot of times, if you have a very wealthy family, what they do is they hire people, individuals, and teams to be able to manage their money. And what happens is they put a team together that constitutes a tax advisor, different investment advisors, for example, in the equities world, in the multifamily space, it could be oil and gas space. So they actually hire these people to give them advice and give them counsel on how they should invest their money and how to minimize on taxes. Sometimes they also are very geared into charitable contributions. You know, they're actually, sometimes they have a lot of money. They love to support certain causes. So what I recommend that you do is approach it like you're discovering something, like find out what they do, find out what their specialty is, find out a little bit about how their family office invests, what they like to invest in, because some family offices love multifamily and some of them would like to invest in other things. So you want to target those that like to invest in multifamily, and also find out, you know, what their likes are, what the, you know, how the family contributes in the charitable space. So approach it like you want to know who they are, how they like to develop the relationship. Always ask, hey, I'd love to follow up with you. What's the best way to follow up with you? And you know, and get all that, make sure you're documenting this, make sure you're actually keeping track of this. They might, you know, want to connect with you on LinkedIn. I have several family offices connected with me via LinkedIn right now, and cultivate that relationship. Another thing that Richard says a lot, Richard Wilson, is that if once you go to these events and you meet these family offices and you happen to be in a certain city, try to follow up in those cities after you meet them and say, hey, listen, you know, I met you at the Fort Lauderdale event. You know, I'm in town. Do you have a few minutes for me to stop by for us to talk and for us to be able to get to know each other a little bit better? And some of them may be very receptive to that. Yeah.
Perfect. Can you answer one more question?
Absolutely. I'll be here to answer all the questions you want.
All right. So this one is from Steven. He wants to know, I've been to a ton of events. So what is the difference between let's say a real estate conference and a family office gathering?
Okay, that's a good question. So pretty much the biggest difference I would notice is that the target of what everybody's there to do. So if you're going to a real estate conference and the topic is multifamily or commercial real estate, is a lot of people are attending those conferences either to learn about that trade, learn to invest in multifamily, to learn about, you know, and to also partner with people that are in that space. The difference that I would note is that a lot of these family offices congregate at these events because you have a lot of great speakers. So what you're going to have is you're going to have a lot of industry experts in a lot of different fields. They're going to have, you know, multifamily experts. They're going to have oil and gas experts. They're going to have people that invest in biotech. So you have these speakers that come there and they speak about the industry, about what's happening. And a lot of these family offices need to stay in touch with what's happening in the environment because they want to find the best investments for their families. So their job is to go out there to find good investments for their families and also to find out, you know, what's, you know, the least riskiest investments for their families. So it's pretty much exposure to information. And that's what I was recommending before. It's always, you know, approach the family office, you know, find out a lot of what they're looking for, of how they like to stay in touch and how they like to nurture the relationship. And then that way you can follow their guidance so that way you guys can form a good bond.
Marlon, that was very, very informative information. We truly appreciate it. So Marlon will be the Aria Mentor representative at the Wilson Family Office conference that will be December 5th, 6th, and 7th. And so if you want to attend, let us know and we will make sure that we get you the link to get the discounted ticket price. And it's going to be a fantastic opportunity. I tell everybody that if it's an opportunity for you to go, I would definitely attend because it's a great opportunity for you to attend. So We appreciate you, Marlon. Thank you very much.
Very happy to help. Great to see you.
Thank you. All right.